Hey y'all, welcome back to Probing the Truth. Welcome to today's video. In today's video, we're going to kind of go back in history just a little bit, and we're going to be talking about food rations and some of the items that were on that list, and if there's a possibility that that could come back again and be another thing that happens here in the US. So if you are new to this channel, please click that subscribe button down below. Be sure to tap the notification bell beside it so that you're notified when I upload new videos. And as always, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to share. So we all know that back during the Great Depression, there was rationing of food. There was also rationing set up that was done during World War II. And it was mainly where you could only get certain items in a certain amount for your family once a month because that's how they set it up. Whether or not this will ever come back again, I don't know, but we've already seen limits in our stores when all of the supply chain issues were going on. We currently even see it right now, such as baby formula. I know in my area there's limits. You can still only get so many of them at a time per person per day. So this is definitely something that is happening right now, maybe just a little different than it did happen back then, because at that time it was a time during the Great Depression that they said people did without. If you didn't have it and you couldn't get it, you just did without it, and that's just how life worked. Right now, there is a lot of that that's actually going on, just in a different way. And that way is, back then there wasn't jobs to go around during the Depression, so people didn't have money to buy food, so they did without. If it wasn't something you could grow and you didn't have that little bit of extra to get it, you didn't get to get it. And that's kind of a thing that's going on right now, because so many people are financially hurting with the economic system like it is, that they are doing without. They're not going and buying the most expensive meats. They're not going and buying as much of the fresh fruits and vegetables because they're very expensive to get like that. People are eating more of a processed diet because processed foods are a whole lot cheaper. And during World War II, they set up in limited purchase of stuff like sugar, coffee, meat, fish, butter, eggs, cheese, even shoes, rubber, and gasoline. So that is something that could very possibly come back to America if things were to get bad enough. I have seen limits on eggs here. Back when they was saying there was an egg shortage, you couldn't get but so many of them at a time per person. We have seen limits on canned tuna or canned items when all of this was going on. So there is a lot of stuff that resembles what was happening back during the Great Depression, back during World War II, that has already happened here in these last couple of years. And if it continues to get worse, like they're saying there's a possibility that it could, I'm hoping that it doesn't. I'm hoping that things pick back up just like you do and that it gets better, but we know that we all prepare for the possibility that it won't, especially going into winter and with a lot of the details of what they're telling us of how 2023 is going to look worse than 2022. So it's definitely something we prepare for. But food rationing has already, to an extent, happened because there was limits placed on what you could purchase. There was even limits placed on toilet paper because they started having a supply shortage of that, and everybody would go get a whole entire buggy full of toilet paper and put it in their buggy to purchase. So they started putting limits where everybody could come in there and get a little bit at a time, and it would go farther than what it was before. So we've already seen this system be put into place now in modern day. We kind of see how they were seeing things in the Great Depression or during World War II. With all of this is going on, and a lot of people, just like now with the food stamp systems or the SNAP programs, whatever it is you call it in your area, a lot of families get a certain amount each month, and that's all they have to use on food is whatever it is that they get from the government during that time to purchase. They don't have the extra cash to go around because they barely have enough to pay their heating bills or their electric bills to keep their lights on and put gas in the car to get back and forth to work. So the food stamps are what actually purchases their food. So if they get, $300 in food stamps, that's all they get. And they have to kind of ration it out and make that go. So in a way, we're already seeing this stamp system put into place. We are already seeing the rationing by limits So will it get worse, or will there be more of it? Will it be a bigger thing or anything like that? I don't know. I don't exactly know how this is going to play out. They're saying we have a diesel shortage and we're running out and we're not going to have any. My opinion, it's more of a fear factor thing to raise prices. You know, some stores I'm sure you're going to pull up to and probably be out of it. We pulled up to some gas stations just the other day that had no gas at them for no explainable reason, you know. And so it's just stuff like that, I think, that plays a role in raising prices more than an actual shortage of the item. And I know y'all know what I'm talking about. It's more of a fear thing, you know, get people to panic thinking it's running out, purchase more of it, and then they just raise the prices because, you know, supply and demand. That's how it works. And when diesel prices go up, prices at the store go up because that's how everything sitting in that store gets there. It's by a diesel truck or by barges, you know, ships, things like that. That's just how it works. So if that main commodity right there raises, then everything else does with it too. And it's just something that we're having to deal with. We're working through, we're taking it one day at a time as all of this happens, and hopefully we all get through it. So that's the best way we can do it. We will do our best, do everything that we can, and God will take care of the rest. So thank you so much for watching this video. We will see how things play out later on as everything keeps happening. I will see you in the next one. Stay safe, God bless you, and keep prepping.